Okay, today is Friday, September 28th. This is Curating Coincidence. It is about 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to make this quick video about Alyssa Milano and some of her antics yesterday at the Supreme Court Justice confirmation hearing for Brett Kavanaugh. She was right in the background. Anybody who was watching it could see her in the background. There's a guy that I follow on Twitter. His name is Thomas Wictor. He's actually suspended today from Twitter. I'm not sure if it was because of this particular thing, but it probably was, because there's a couple things in here that I'm actually going to skip over. A little bit sensitive. Not for most people, but for the leftists at Twitter, fascists at Twitter, they're definitely going to think that this is any excuse to ban or suspend somebody. But anyway, I'm going to skip over a couple of things, just a couple of sentences. I'm just not going to read. I'm going to link this threadreaderapp.com thread underneath the video, and you can come here and read it for yourself for as long as it's going to be up. Who knows? But just before I get started, I just want to say that this is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm not trying to incite any violence. All I'm doing is just sharing something that was written by Thomas Wictor, which I think was a very interesting take, and I really think that the public at large, depending on how much this video gets shared, needs to know what was potentially going on with her, because it just looked odd. And I think when you see that, as I go through this, I think you're going to think that you're going to agree with me as well. So I'm just going to go through this. The first thing right off the bat, so basically he's just saying, I'm going to explain to you why Alyssa Milano did this. She was showing someone the layout and the distances, and she was using head-on footages from her phone inside of the courtroom. She was sitting right behind him. So I don't think that you can hear this video, but you can come in here and you can listen for yourself. She actually was recording during Senator Feinstein's questioning, which is odd because Senator Feinstein is actually the one that got her in there as her guest. Surprise, surprise. So here's a tweet that is embedded underneath the video from a guy named Mike, and you can see his name here. He says, someone explained to me why Alyssa Milano was allowed to record this footage of the Brett Kavanaugh hearing today. This footage was directly from her device, and she was told by security to shut it off. It is a violation to record in a hearing room, even though it's an open one. And then he goes into number 2. She was showing someone the layout and the distances. The head-on footages is taken with telephoto lenses, so there's lens compression. Lens compression can be very deceiving. And then he gives a picture of this woman here, just a specific example of lens compression. You can see it here. It says the woman doesn't move. Telephoto lenses make her appear to move. So that's what she was using in there. And then he says, number 4, Alyssa was recording actual distances. Guess why? I was told that the cops took her cell phone. I don't know if that's true, but there were crap loads of armed men and women in that room. Whatever Alyssa had planned would have not worked anyway. Then he has an addendum here. Here's what was planned. Alyssa Milano sent a video of the layout and distances to someone else. At a particular moment, she would stand up with her sign and scream. This would cause a distraction. Then, number 8, somebody else would do something. And if you remember, during Kavanaugh's hearings, when he was getting questioned, there was a dry run for this, remember? Remember this guy comes screaming out right after he was done? Kavanaugh's looking at him like, who the hell are you? This guy got all the way to Kavanaugh. So this time, Milano would stand up and scream and wave her sign. She was ready to fight, which is why her hair was in a bun. Looks like she's filming here. You can see her in the back. She just had these weird looks on her. She's got her hair up in a bun. She's got a little tight outfit on, a little militant outfit. Number 10, she wore a tight dress and had one or two signs. And then here's a couple of links to a USA Today and a Newsweek, and they're basically criticizing her for revealing her dress, and reportedly her phone was taken away, got confiscated. Number 12, he's saying that the press is always covering up for her. She had signs, so that means she was going to cause a commotion. And now he goes in and says he studies personal protection, bodyguards. They were all watching her. It appears to me that they knew what was up, and they neutralized her without causing a commotion. We have no idea what the plan was, but there was a plan. Milano sent multiple tweets and videos. These were signals. I have no doubt whatsoever that she and the Democratic senators would have absolutely been fine with someone doing more than harm to Kavanaugh. These hearings must be closed to the public. The public can no longer be trusted because too many people are insane and evil. And there's a couple things I'm going to skip over. There was a lot of stuff going on behind Milano, and her Twitter account was being monitored. Kavanaugh had massive protection. I've not said this publicly, but it's time. And then he says a couple of things here which may have been a reason why he got suspended off of Twitter. And he says, Alyssa Milano was insane and stupid. Whatever she had planned would not have worked. The Feinstein dry run alerted everybody that there were security breaches that had to be addressed. Another picture of the guy getting all the way to Kavanaugh. Milano's appearance and actions made everyone pay attention to her and monitor her Twitter account, which she was too stupid to anticipate. She still thinks she thinks her body parts will get her everything she wants. Leftists won't listen to me, but I'll tell them anyway. Stop effing around. The hardest of all hardcore men and women will still, even though you have these body parts, Milano had a plan, but Kavanaugh was covered. Boy, was he ever. And tomorrow, he becomes our next Supreme Court justice. We know today that didn't actually happen, but they did agree to push the vote. They got 11 votes to push it to the floor. So we'll see what happens. When you vote in November, remember Alyssa Milano. She is a kind of unhinged militant who makes it necessary to electorally exterminate the Democrats. Not my words. What he said. Addendum 2. Okay, now I figured it out. It's exactly like the dry run on Trump. She had two signs so that the cop would take one and think everything was over. Here he is taking the first sign. Kavanaugh is in here. There's a picture of the guy. I remember seeing this on TV because I was watching it. Now she's been given a second sign. She's about to go for it. There she is right there with her sign. Kavanaugh's at desk. Looks pretty intense. Milano had no signs when she arrived. There's some people getting her in there. Democrat staffers passed her signs. Ask any counterterrorism expert. This is called what they call a double tap. You can look that up for yourself. I'm not going to go into that. The original double tap was 2 attacks in succession. I'm going to skip over this. The double tap that Alyssa Milano used was to have 2 signs. The first was deliberately allowed to be confiscated so that the cops would relax. Then Milano would cause a commotion with her second sign, which the planners thought the cops would have missed. Therefore, we can conclude that this was an elaborate plan that involved the United States senators and their staffers. When they said by any means necessary, they weren't kidding. By the moles, but the moles betrayed them. The cops knew this was going to happen and they stopped it. Don't be afraid, Kavanaugh is well protected. And apparently every single Supreme Court justice is now being watched and protected. Who knows the lengths that they might go to try to open up another seat. But this just shows you how evil and depraved leftists are. Addendum 3. Here's Milano filming. There she is right there with a little cell phone, filming a Supreme Court justice getting questioned. by 11 senators. There she is. Unbelievable. So here's what happened. Number 31. He's going to kind of give a summary. She came in and sat down. She revealed she had a sign. Let the cop confiscate it. She sent videos and tweets that built in emotional intensity. She put on her glasses and was given a second sign. She sat straight up and prepared to stand. Then the cop confiscated her sign. The video shows that they spoke at length, while plainclothes bodyguards examined her from all angles at a distance. This is an expression of pure hate and determination, the fact of someone about to do something. Time to keep the public behind plexiglass shields like the animals they are. Here she is. Man, she just has that serious look. And that's it. If you want to come here and read, I did not cover a couple of the sentences. Come here and read, and then there's a video here. It's a short clipping of when she started filming, and she happened to be started filming right when Feinstein was talking, which Feinstein was one that got her in there to begin with. So this whole thing is just really odd. Share this. Make the general public aware about this if you share it. Thanks for watching.